Okay, so this is since it's been a day since Penn State's knocked off Ohio State. Well, since a day since my post game, I just thought I'd make a video on my thoughts. Cause yesterday when I made that video, it just wasn't. It didn't fully set in. Cause when I had the schedule, I'm like, Penn State's gonna lose to Ohio State. It's gonna happen. Now that they won and they're ranked 24th for the first time since the sanctions hit in 2012. It's big, and I just don't, I just can't quite. Now I'm kind of accepting like we actually won, like we didn't come up close, like that's been the story. It's been close, you get your participation ribbon and good effort, but you don't actually win. And I'm trying to think of what we did right in that game different than the others. I think we had a game-changing play late in the game. That's what happened. Um, and every year I look at Ohio State and I go, I wish I just I actually dream about beating Ohio State, especially during the sanctions. This isn't like 2008, 2005 when Penn State's you know a top 10 team or top 20 like how they usually are. And then it's like they're playing a team at their own ability, like Penn State Pitt. You know, but these years Ohio State's been really good, top five basically every year, and Penn State hasn't. So you kind of look forward to those games, and to me, Urban Meyer, I hate Urban Meyer. Okay, Urban Meyer should just go straight to hell. He is so. He's just. I hate everything about him. He goes to Ohio State and he runs a score up on Penn State. He runs a score up on every team basically. And then when he gets in a tight game, he'll just turn on the Jets late and they'll pull away. And like they beat Rutgers 58-0. They beat Penn State 63-14 3 years ago. And I said he will regret that, and it will happen one day when they're hoping for a national championship and Penn State will come in and they'll knock them off, and that just happened. And I just can't believe it. And then it was 21. That day I had a gut feeling. I had a gut feeling. I'm like, Penn State is going to win this game for some reason. But like I'm like, still, Penn State's gonna lose 42-17. And then it went 21-7, and I'm like, okay, this game's over. They'll keep it close, and Urban Meyer will get away with his 57th win and keep the road streak alive. Penn State comes down, gets a touchdown, and see, Urban Meyer doesn't care about other teams. He just likes blowing them out and getting away. And he's never nervous because he thinks he's arrogant and he thinks that he is better than everybody else. And he thinks, oh well, we're not in trouble. We're Ohio State, they're Penn State. They're not going to beat us. Not at least on this year. And Penn State gets a touchdown, and he's still like, okay, this team stinks. We're gonna beat them, and then get the field goal. Now he's starting to get a little bit nervous because he's like, we need to get us some points. They got the momentum, and then he's just then with the block field goal, he's like, oh no, and then he actually starts looking nervous because he's like, we might actually lose this game, and I really never thought Penn State was going to come up with it until they got that sack that sealed the game because I've seen Penn State crap the bed so many times. Last year against Northwestern, 2 years ago against Ohio State, uh, Pitt, Pitt this year. Um, but I think this year Penn State's got a lot of heart, and this team looks pretty good. I think they're going to have a good team next year, and I think they got a lot of talent bringing back. The reason why I'm not talking about this year is because even though this year still Probably a little over halfway over. We got 7 games. We're probably going bowling, so 13. And but I think next year this team has a good shot. I think with the talent they got this year, they're still a year away. I know that they won this game, um, but this was just so crazy, and I'm so glad that we beat Ohio State because now Urban Meyer can't talk crap about, oh, we beat Penn State, not Penn State, in front of a lot of Ohio State's recruits because they're like, oh, come to the Penn State game because we'll beat them, and because Urban Meyer likes beating out teams that are actually going to be competitive down the road, and Penn State's a team like that. And then that just backfired in front of his face because he likes doing that kind of stuff. Um, so there's a taste of that, Urban Meyer. You got your first road loss, so take it. You lost. So we'll see you next year, Urban Meyer. Good luck, Ohio State. Okay, I really wish you good luck in the rest of the year. I really hope you beat Michigan, and then I hope Michigan loses another game, because then that'll actually give us a chance to go somewhere. So, good luck, Ohio State. I hope you and Urban Meyer don't make the college football playoff, but I hope you beat Michigan. So that's a wrap for this video. And I'll talk to you probably some other time. And those were just some thoughts on Ohio State as it really settled in as we won. I just wanted to get my why I hate Urban Meyer stories out. So that's a wrap.